Landing an airplane is always a delicate maneuver, a carefully choreographed dance between pilot and machine. But when we talk about normal landings, we envision an ideal scenario. The wind, if any, is blowing straight down the runway. This is called a headwind landing. In these conditions, the approach is relatively straightforward. The plane maintains its alignment with the runway centerline. Pilots make minor adjustments using the rudder, a movable fin on the vertical tail to keep the nose pointed straight ahead. The touchdown is smooth with the wheels touching down simultaneously. Normal landings, however, are just one side of the coin. While they represent the desired scenario, they are not always the reality. Enter the crosswind landing, a more demanding maneuver that truly tests a pilot's skill and mettle. Unlike their straightforward counterparts, crosswind landings introduce a significant variable, a wind blowing across the runway. This sideways force, if not properly countered, can push the plane off course, making the touchdown anything but smooth. The primary challenge lies in maintaining the plane's alignment with the runway while also compensating for the sideways drift caused by the crosswind. This requires a combination of precise rudder and aileron inputs. Ailerons are movable panels on the wings that control the plane's roll. Imagine trying to walk a straight line while being pushed sideways by a strong gust. That's the essence of a crosswind landing. The pilot must constantly adjust the controls, creating a side-slip maneuver where the plane's nose points slightly into the wind, even while the aircraft continues to track along the runway centerline. Pilots employ several techniques to manage crosswind landings safely. One common method is the crab technique, where the plane is flown into the wind at an angle, much like a crab walking sideways. This keeps the wings level while counteracting the wind's sideways push. As the plane nears the runway, the pilot uses the rudder to align the aircraft with the runway centerline just before touchdown. Another technique is the wing-low method, where the pilot lowers the wing into the wind while using the rudder to keep the nose pointed straight down the runway. This creates a side slip that counteracts the wind's force. Mastering these techniques requires practice and a feel for the aircraft's response to control inputs. Pilots train extensively in simulators and real-world conditions to develop the necessary skills to execute crosswind landings safely and smoothly. Aviation history is replete with stories of challenging crosswind landings, highlighting both the difficulties and the skill of the pilots involved. One such instance involved a Boeing 767 landing at Bristol Airport in England. The airport is known for its strong crosswinds, and on this particular day, the winds were particularly fierce. The video of the landing went viral, showing the plane crabbing sideways, wings nearly touching the runway, as the pilot expertly guided it to a safe touchdown. This event, among many others, underscores the critical balance of skill, judgment, and experience required for successful crosswind landings.